Inside a Gotham research laboratory, armed men in black assault the facility, cutting down guards before anyone can react. A scientist later recounts the moment as a flashback to Batman. They had heard pounding on the door but couldn't move or breathe. The attackers had come straight out of the shadows, silent until they drew their blades. She explains that they weren't building weapons, but an energy generator meant to power the world for decades. Yet, in minutes, that dream ended. When the lights failed, she saw flashes of red, blue, purple, and orange, the sound of metal hitting metal and bodies hitting the floor. When the power returned, the generator was gone, and the thing standing before her, creatures with inhuman eyes, turned toward her in anger. In the present, the woman sits beside Batman. She admits she has seen strange things in Gotham, but nothing like this, and warns that the generator could be catastrophic in the wrong hands, and Batman must stop that from happening. Batman simply replies, "I will." Later that night, a pizza delivery man wanders Gotham's empty streets carrying a single box. A television nearby reports that Powers Industrial suffered a mass break-in. The prototype generator valued at nearly $800 million missing, and that this is the fourth high-tech robbery since the abduction of Dr. Naveen Khan. The courier finds the address, a lamppost, with money and a note reading, "Leave it on the street." He mutters in disbelief but sets the pizza down and walks away. As the newscaster says, the city waits to see what the attackers will do next. Beneath the street, in the sewer tunnel directly below, two voices argue as a hand reaches towards the box. Mikey says, hey, quit shoving." Raphael says, "You can't reach it." Mikey replies, "Dude, I can totally reach it," and then fails, and then says, "Okay, maybe I can't." Raphael uses his side to hook the box toward them. He says, "Come on, we don't want to be seen." Meanwhile, Mikey takes a bite before anyone else, while Donatello gripes in the background, "Hey, that's for all of us." Inside the Batcave, Alfred searches for his employer. "Master Bruce, I'm afraid I've misplaced you somehow." Batman replies, "Over here." Bruce stands over analysis of the victims from the 4 attacks. The bruising patterns show clear ninjutsu technique. He tells Alfred it isn't the League of Assassins. This group is too specialized and avoids detection. Alfred remarks that being unseen is the whole point of ninjas. Batman notes that Ra's al Ghul would have confronted him directly by now. These strikes are deliberate, not random. Someone new is building something dangerous. Alfred jokes about last year's flamethrower debacle and urges him to contact Lucius Fox, or even Damien, but Batman refuses, focused on the case. He ends the discussion, orders Alfred to cancel the added police patrols around Wayne R&D, and climbs into the Batmobile. Alfred says, "And I suppose I should just tell them, our company's namesake and president would rather these strange ninjas and their monstrous associates attack, so that he might punch them in a bat costume." Batman replies, "You'll figure something out. I'm taking the car." Deep below Gotham, Killer Croc leads a team of mercenaries through the sewer maze while holding a custom tracker. He boasts that the red dot on this screen is the Batmobile moving across the city. When one man doubts him, Croc lifts the tracker close to his snout and insists it works perfectly. After all, he paid $80,000 for it. He explains that the previous laboratory raids prove where Batman will go next, and Wayne R&D has the lightest police protection. They'll ambush him there, strip the Batmobile, and get rich from its parts. A thug complains about trudging through the sewage. Croc says the tunnels keep them hidden. Moments later, they emerge into a chamber cluttered with computers, monitors, and half-eaten pizza. One mercenary mutters that it looks like a teenager's room. Croc picks up a game cartridge labeled Death Laser Pony Racers and crushes it, saying, "Whoops." High above, the turtles watch through an open pipeline. Mikey says, "No, my pony racers." Leonardo says, "Shh." At Wayne R&D, dozens of foot soldiers slip silently through vents and shadows until they reach the laboratory floor. They attack, but their blades splash through holographic projections. The scientists were decoys. A voice breaks the silence. "You know, I'm curious. What would a clan of ninjas want with an experimental signal amplifier?" Batman strikes with practiced precision, neutralizing every soldier until one remains conscious. Holding the man up, he demands to know their purpose. The ninja gasps that they are the Foot Clan and only want to go home. A shuriken pierces his throat. Batman turns to the source as Shredder appears on the balcony above. Shredder says, "This is not your battle, warrior. Leave us be and your city will be safe. Cross us and you will burn with the rest." A smoke bomb detonates. When the haze clears, Shredder is gone. Batman stands amid fallen soldiers and murmurs one word: Turtles. Back in the sewers, Croc's crew barely has time to draw weapons before being overwhelmed. The turtles move faster than human eyes can follow. Donatello sweeps a mercenary's leg, Leonardo disables another. Mikey says, "We're aliens, bruh. Spooky aliens." Donnie says, "We're not aliens, Mikey." "Well, I guess it depends how you define alien." Alright, big monster thing. Croc lunges. The four brothers strike together, ending the fight in seconds. Michelangelo stands over him, shouting his revenge for the crushed cartridge. "This is for my pony racers." The noise fades as Splinter appears at the tunnel entrance. "You have done well, children." They bow instinctively. Splinter continues, "But Raphael is right. This place is not safe for us anymore." Following his command, they climb upward through the city's underbelly. Raphael argues, Leonardo calms him. Exhaustion sets in. When they reach the surface, the first thing they see is a black car parked under a streetlight. Donatello stares in awe. "Oh my god, she's beautiful." From the shadows above, a low growl answers, "Turtles." The brothers freeze beneath Gotham's rain, realizing the legend is real. A late-night pizza shop erupts as the front window shatters outward. Michelangelo crashes through it, yelling for the customers to run because there's a crazy guy in a batsuit chasing him. He pauses only long enough to notice an open box on the counter and asks if it has anchovies, before a rope snags his torso and yanks him backward through the glass. Michelangelo simply says, "Crud!" The fight on the rooftop resumes in full. The turtles surround Batman, attacking together to overwhelm him, but his responses are flawless. Each strike meets perfect counter. When Donatello swings, Batman sidesteps and lets the bow staff slam into Leonardo instead. Raphael lunges, Batman parries and moves aside. When Leonardo says they have to strike together and work as a team, Batman simply smirks and says, "You're welcome to try." He triggers Batmobile remotely. A surge of current leaps from its frame and drops Leonardo in an electric arc. Michelangelo leaps from behind, shouting for him to think fast. But Batman catches his nunchucks midair and kicks him away. The others regroup. Even together, they can't land a decisive hit. Leonardo draws both katanas, telling Batman to back away from his brothers. Batman doesn't. They trade rapid blows until one of Leonardo's blades snaps under pressure. Batman says, "The break-in at Powers. You were there. You're a part of it." Leonardo insists they were trying to stop it. Before the fight can continue, smoke bursts around them. Splinter drops between both sides. "Enough." Batman tenses. "A rat." Splinter says, "What is truly stranger? An animal that acts like a man, or a man who acts like an animal?" They exchange several precise strikes, each testing the other's skill, before the old master retreats into the smoke. When it clears, the turtles are gone. Donatello explains to the rest of the team quietly. They call him Batman. Hours later, the brothers hide inside a dim arcade filled with silent machines. Raphael vents that Donatello has been using the computers for 2 weeks and only now discovered the guy in a bat costume. Donnie replies that he found an internet cafe with an easy backdoor and got distracted by how different this world is. Different countries, movie stars, even elements. Michelangelo interrupts, insisting that the important part is how freaking awesome Batman was, unless he's evil, which might make him even cooler. He starts drawing charts on a blackboard to decide. Donnie notes the police seem to dislike Batman, but admits he fights criminals, especially a clown guy. Raphael cuts in angrily, saying, "So what? He's just a lunatic in a Dracula costume who punches clowns." They argue until Raphael shouts at him to stop picking apart every word. He blames Batman for distracting them when their real priority is getting home safe before Shredder and the Foot Clan open the portal without them. He worries that April and Casey are in danger, and that they'll be stranded forever in this dimension. Michelangelo, trying to ease the tension, jokes, "Is someone grumpy because Batman stole his sigh? Does someone need a hug? Or a pizza? Or a pizza hug?" Raphael asks, "What the hell is a pizza hug?" Donatello says, "Trust me, you do not want to find that out." Raphael turns to Leonardo for support, expecting him to agree. Leonardo instead says he has never fought anyone like Batman. Maybe Shredder comes close, but this man was different. He fought as if he were analyzing them, avoiding lethal strikes, trying to understand who they were. That insight quiets the room. Michelangelo finally finishes his chart and proudly declares that Batman definitely belongs on the awesome side. Raphael, frustrated, mutters that he expected Leo and Splinter to back him instead of praising a weirdo in a costume. Leonardo looks toward the sewer tunnel, realizing their father still hasn't returned. He wonders aloud where Splinter is. Elsewhere, inside Wayne Tech Laboratory, Lucius Fox studies the psi from Raphael beneath radiation sensors. He tells Batman that the readings point to something not from this world. The material's radioactive signature matches the hypothetical properties of a trans-dimensional object described years ago by Dr. Naveen Khan. Bruce asks how sure he is. Lucius explains that nothing about it is certain. The substance is faintly radioactive, but is transforming into this world's version of steel, an unstable process creating a short-lived imbalance. He also identifies traces of mutagen unlike anything in their universe. Without continuous exposure, he says, any mutants affected by it would revert back to their natural state. Batman recognizes the name. Dr. Khan disappeared recently from Gotham U. Lucius recalls that the scientist once worked for Wayne Enterprises, developing clean energy sources, but became obsessed with a side project, a dimensional portal that could connect worlds. Theoretically, it was sound, but the cost made it impossible to pursue. When asked if someone could rebuild Khan's design, Fox admits that with the right components and someone of Khan's intellect, yes, but it would still need a resonance engine, the same model Wayne Enterprises recently removed from R&D before tonight's attack. Batman asks where it is now. Lucius says it's stored in Central City under a false label, and only the two of them know its location. As Fox leaves, Batman contacts Alfred over comms. Alfred confirms that 5 government agencies license similar engines. One went missing 6 months ago. Its tracking later erased. Batman says, so it's on the black market, and almost certainly en route to Gotham. Alfred says, and this strange Turtle Man? Batman says, they might not be Turtle Men much longer. At Gotham's docks, the Penguin and Shredder stand amid cargo containers. Penguin comments on Shredder's theatrical appearance, saying most of Gotham's criminals take years to establish their style, while Shredder already knows what impression he wants to make. Shredder listens without expression. Penguin opens a container, revealing 2 large vats of green liquid, and promises Shredder will be pleased with the product. He expects payment in cash. Shredder replies coldly that there will be no money. Penguin, thinking it a betrayal, orders his men to kill the intruders, but none move. The reason becomes clear when dozens of foot soldiers drop from the shadows. Shredder tells Penguin his men are already dead. The dock erupts in screams. When it's over, Shredder pins the terrified crime lord against a container wall. He says it's a pity he must leave soon, because this city, full of petty politics and run by a sad little man with a bird's name, would make a perfect empire. Penguin bargains desperately, offering information, money, and access to Gotham's underworld. Shredder releases him, amused, and agrees that he may prove useful for a while. A foot soldier reports there is no sign of the turtles or the rat. Shredder answers that it doesn't matter. If Dr. Khan's calculations are correct, time itself will destroy them once they are stranded here. In a rocky section of the city's understructure, Splinter leads the turtles upward. Leo asks if they are going to die. Splinter replies they would not die, only revert to what they were before the mutagen. Michelangelo groans, "Game over, man, game over." Raphael questions why they are wasting time climbing instead of hunting the Foot Clan. Splinter tells him that they will need help. Alone, they cannot return home. Leo asks who could possibly help them in this world. Splinter says that answer will reveal itself very soon. The tunnel ends in a vast cavern. As they step forward, they realize where they are: the Batcave. Monitors, vehicles, and a towering dinosaur fill the shadows. Michelangelo stares upward in disbelief. Okay, guys, if I'm dreaming, nobody is allowed to pinch me until I get to play with that dinosaur. Inside the Iceberg Lounge, once a nightclub, the main floor now houses a massive machine built around the central stage. Steel scaffolds rise above the dance floor, the humming portal core glowing sickly green. Penguin stands beside Shredder, remarking that they have gathered enough power to activate it. He warns that it might black out all of Gotham, but assures him it will work. Shredder orders one of his men to fetch Dr. Naveen Khan, declaring that the time has come to open the portal. Penguin, trying to impress him, comments on the view of the city from the upper windows. Shredder answers that he intends to rule both his own world and this one. When Penguin protests, Shredder slams him against a wall. You belong to the Foot Clan now. Do not forget it. Nearby, two foot soldiers unlock a cell. Inside, Dr. Naveen Khan sits hunched and sleepless. They tell him Master Shredder needs him to activate the portal. The scientist insists that the machine is unstable, that keeping it open will tear apart reality and collapse Gotham into the void. They remind him it's his task to prevent that, and then drag him towards the lab. Smoke suddenly fills the corridor. A blur of black moves through it. The guards fall before they can react. Batman helps the scientist to his feet. Dr. Khan, there's a boat waiting for you just down the corridor. You can trust the man inside. He'll take you back to the city. Khan says, Batman, you can't do this alone. Batman says, who said I was alone? Moments later, back in the main hall, the machine pulses. Shredder stands on the catwalk above. This is the beginning of a new era, Birdman. You should be glad to witness it. All preparations are complete. A soldier reports that Khan has not arrived. Shredder senses something wrong. Seconds before shadows erupt from the ceiling, the turtles drop into the fray, striking foot soldiers across the floor. Penguin shouts that it's the damn bat. Shredder corrects him. There are too many. He says this is the rat and his turtles. Leonardo answers as Batman joins the fight. Sorry to disappoint you, Shredhead, but this here is a totally awesome team-up. Shredder freezes, realizing the impossible. How? 2 hours earlier, inside Wayne Manor, Bruce stands before a full 3D map of Gotham projected across the study. Alfred enters, reminding him that this isn't what he meant by having dinner. Bruce replies he had a few bites while analyzing power surges across the city. He's tracked the Foot Clan through the sewers for hours with no sign of them, but now the data points to the docks. 16 dead, 5 of them mercenaries with false identities. The pattern reveals the final piece. Power is being redirected into the Iceberg Lounge through the city's backup grid, one built by Wayne Enterprises after the zero-year disaster. Bruce concludes that the Foot have all they need to complete the portal. Alfred glances at his watch, which glows red. As Batman tells him it's time to get to the Batcave and head out, Alfred says there may be a problem with that. There's somebody down there already. In the Batcave, the somebody is easy to identify. Michelangelo rides the mechanical T-Rex statue, shouting in delight. This is everything I've ever wanted in my entire life. Splinter warns him not to disrespect the belongings of the man whose help they need. Mikey tries to negotiate for just a little longer. Nearby, Donatello lies sprawled across the Bat computer, awestruck by its complexity. He murmurs that this must be what love feels like. Leonardo and Raphael walk the cave floor. Ralph insists the place feels insane, the kind of thing a crazy person would build, and calls out Batman as the sort who dresses up to fight at night with a car shaped like himself. Leonardo points out that Raph also wears a mask. Ralph insists it's different, because there stands for tradition. He went further that whoever owns this cave can't possibly understand what it means to fight for family. Leonardo replies, that isn't fair. Ralph says, this guy is just... Suddenly a voice from above says, just what exactly? Batman drops down, striking Raphael mid-sentence and sending him crashing into the Batmobile. Michelangelo, still on the dinosaur, comments that their host has arrived. Batman demands to know how they reached the cave. Donatello explains matter-of-factly that the defenses weren't too difficult to bypass on the southeast side, about 600 feet down and a mile out, and that he had to use a small drone to help. When Batman glares, Donnie adds he can tell that the man isn't in the mood for constructive criticism. Batman demands answers, but Splinter steps forward. "You are playing a game of deception, Bruce Wayne." Startled, Batman asks how he knows. Splinter tells him he has learned much about them, but not to underestimate an old rat's skill. He followed him home undetected from the laboratory. He introduces himself and his sons, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Splinter explains that they come from another world similar to this one, but corrupted by a darkness known as the Foot Clan, led by the Shredder. They were in a battle beneath their New York City when a trans-dimensional being named Krang, enemy to both sides, teleported them away to remove opposition to his plans. They arrived here, where Shredder found a scientist capable of sending him home, but in doing so, he would strand them permanently. Batman understands the consequence immediately. The mutagen in their blood will degrade, and they will revert to ordinary animals. Before they can plan further, alarms echo through the cave. Alfred appears armed with a shotgun. Mikey says, "Oh man, you've got a robot dinosaur and a robot British dude?" Alfred says, "I assure you, while I'm not a robot, I have a particularly good recipe upstairs for turtle stew." Batman says, "Alfred, stand down." Splinter bows slightly. "Thank you, Batman. These are my children, my family. We need your help to find Shredder. We need your help to get home." Batman says, "Well, I hope you have packed already. Shredder's machine is about to go online any minute now. We'll get you home tonight." Michelangelo cheers that he knew Batman was freaking awesome. Raphael mutters that they'll see about that. Back in present, the Iceberg Lounge is chaos. The Turtles and Batman fight side by side, cutting through the food. Mikey says, "What did I tell you, Raph? We're kicking butt." Raphael says, "Focus, Mikey." Batman says, "Leonardo, it's not enough to subdue the soldiers. We need Shredder. We can't let him escape." Leonardo replies with a "Yes, sir." Raphael says, "Sir? Really?" Leonardo says, "Shut up, Raph." Leonardo calls for Shredder to face them. Michelangelo adds his own taunt, asking if Shredder has already accepted defeat. Shredder glares back, "I haven't lost." Donatello points at the chaos. "Not to split hairs, but I'm pretty sure this is exactly what losing looks like. You're going home tonight, through the gate, in handcuffs." Shredder raises a small detonator. "No, I'm not." The explosion rips through the machine, shattering the portal ring and throwing everyone back. The turtles scream for the portal as the debris rains down. Batman assures them Dr. Khan is safe and that they can rebuild. Shredder's answer is a quiet threat. "Are you so certain?" Over the comms, Alfred's voice trembles. He reports that Dr. Khan's head just detonated, an implanted bomb hidden beneath the skin. The only man who could rebuild the machine is dead. Shredder mocks Batman for disappointing him. Splinter steps forward. "You will not get away with this, Orokusaki." Shredder replies, "Ah, you finally showed yourself, Hamato Yoshi. I hope I will get to see you again one more time before the end, when there is still just a glimmer of sentience behind your eyes, before I crush your rat spine beneath my heel." Raphael charges. Leonardo shouts, "Raph, no!" Steel flashes. Raphael collapses, bleeding from a deep cut across his arm. Shredder fires a grappling hook towards a helicopter hovering above and says his goodbyes. He rises through smoke as Batman lunges too late. Donatello presses against Raphael's wound. "He nicked an artery. We're going to need to close it up." Leo says, "Batman, we need to get him back to the Batcave now." Mikey comes running saying, oh man, this is bad." Donnie says, "He's gonna be okay, Mikey. We have stitched him up from worse before." Mikey says, "No man, I mean the tank machine just blew up. Are we gonna die?" Donatello says nothing, his face heavy with realization. Above the city, the helicopter banks into the clouds. Shredder, hanging onto it, says, "Our numbers are depleted, but it's no matter. We'll build again. There is no going home now. All that's left is building an empire here." A voice answers from the cabin. Ra's al Ghul appears saying, "Forgive me, I think you are under the impression this helicopter is still in the hands of the man whose throats we slit 30 minutes ago." I was considering doing the same to you, but I must say, you have captured my interest. Shredder says, "Who are you?" "Your new partner. You may call me Ra's al Ghul." And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and comment your favorite moment down below. I'll see you next time on Superhero Explained.